Kush McAnuff, Winston McAnuff, Worm Bass. Gentlemen, please have a seat.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, we'd like to give you this opportunity just to introduce yourselves, each of you, one by one, just to let the good people here at ROTOTOM SUNSPLASH know who you are and what you do.
Yes, I am Kush Makanoff, bass drum player in Inna the Yard and chanter. Rastafari, bless up ROTOTOM.
Blessings and more blessings. My name is Worm Bass, and I'm the bass player for the Inna the Yard, the vibes, man.
Blessings. My name is Winston McAnuff. Yeah, one of the singers from
Now, gentlemen, each of you have quite a long involvement in the music and varied involvement. So I'd like to begin by directing my first set of questions to Winston McAnuff. Can you let the good people here know a bit about where did you grow up? How did you understand that you had singing talent? And how did you begin your musical career?
Well, I started singing in the church with my mom, because my mom is a preacher and my dad is a preacher, so,
Yes, please.
My God.
Yes, please welcome Cedric Maiton and Kidasai. Yes. Go ahead, Winston. Tell us more. You started singing in the church.
Yeah, so it started from a church because, we had to go to church every Sunday. So, singing church songs, Sunday school songs, and just singing along with reggae songs we heard on the radio at the time as a youth, Thing just came along naturally.
Okay, so let's play a little bit of track 9 and then see what you can tell us about this that goes back to your early times as a songwriter and singer.
Yeah.
Here we can.
Yes. So Winston McAnuff, you wrote that song.
Yeah.
Tell us about how that song came to be recorded, who sang it, where and why.
Well, I was still in high school, and the keyboard player, is here with us today too, Franklin Wall. So we were in high school and we practiced the song, and I went to audition. Me and Hugh Mondell.
Okay.
We went to audition, and they told us to come on a Thursday. for the recording. So I invited Bubbler, and we skipped school that day, and that was the result of the movement, Malcolm X.
Okay, but did you actually end up singing the track that was released, or did somebody else sing it over?
No, I laid that track, but at the time I wasn't proficient, to sing the song, So I went for my friend Earl 16, and he sang the song. And Dennis Brown heard it, and he did a version as well.
Okay, gotcha. Well, let's take a little bit of track 10, see what you can tell us about this one, Winston, and then we'll move along and bring in some of our other compatriots here.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the story behind that song, I was doing some writing for some artists. I wrote that song for Earl 16.
Okay.
So I went to the studio to record the song. And I did a test voice. And the musicians that were there, Willie Lindo, Jackie Jackson, Harold Butler, they said, "Oh, Winston, we think you should sing this song." And I wanted to do a second voice, and they said, no, you can never do that voice. And that is the song.
And the name of the song is?
Ugly Days. First time I saw my name on a vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did it, the producer is Derek Harriott.
Derek Harriott, who is the same producer as Keith and Tex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what was it like working for him? Because you did quite a lot of work together in the 70s, going into the 80s.
Yeah, well, I was writing a lot of songs. I wrote some songs for Derek as well. So we just wanted to record the songs, as you to get the experience of the whole thing,
Okay.
That's how it turned out.
Right. Now moving down a little farther down the panel, where we have the elder veteran Cedric Myton. Cedric, can you enlighten the good people here at ROTOTOM SUNSPLASH about a little bit about where did you grow up? How did you understand you had singing talent? And when did you first make use of that talent?
Yes, people in the land of the living, give thanks to be here one more time. Well, for the update record, it's always been me as me. Give thanks to be here. Well, my music intermission start from a child. I used to play Jankono on the street. Who know Jankono? Who know what is Jankono? Well, Jankono is the people them that put on the masquerade thing. So I used to be in that journey from a childhood. Rebellious as I am today. But my music, real music, start from listening to my mother as a #1 singer. I wish I could sing like her, And so I tried to do what she was doing. But that's a part of the history. But my real music starts from the Tartans, from the Bell Stars to the Tartans to the Royal Rasses. It's a journey, you know. The Ras Michael and the Sons of Negus. You know, it's a journey, continues. The Bongo Joe and the Righteous Brothers, it's another journey. So the Congos come in the long run, the Congos come way back in 1976. That's when the Congos was born, 1976. And there's another journey called the Inner the Yard as it is today. So the Inner the Yard is the ultimate for today. But it's a long journey, you know. Rebellious journey too, you know.
Okay.
For when we did our first song, it was a rainy day, and we went to Downbeat, Studio One, to do our first song. But when we ride 4 bicycles, 4 of us, Nancy Brown, which is called Devon Russell, Prince Lincoln Thompson, Lindbergh Lewis, and I myself, we ride 4 bicycles in the rain. Rain was falling, and we go to Studio One. When we went to Studio One, he said, okay, sing the song. So we started to sing the song. People gonna dance all night, gonna dance all night. You know, people gonna dance all night, yo. Oh, people gonna dance all night, right through the night. And so here we know, Jackie Mintu started to tell us how to sing the song. So we just said, Jackie, please don't tell us how to sing this song. And we just get on our bicycle in the rain and ride straight down to Federal Record in the rain. And we see the chorus at Federal Record the same day, all of this happening one day. So they said, here, man, when you come back tomorrow to do the song. So we went back tomorrow and did the song. People gonna dance all night.
Well, let's,
one shot. Stop!
well, let's just play a little bit of track 1 and just remind the people about that one shot.
One shot, live and direct. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Now, Cedric, a moment ago you mentioned another very intriguing group, the Royal Rosses.
Oh, yes.
And some people might not be that aware of your involvement in that group. So let's take a listen to a little bit of track 2 and then see what you can tell us about it.
Oh, gosh.
Damn it.
Boom, boom.
Whoa, yes. Time is getting harder and harder, more and more each day, yeah. Still I am determined that I'm never gonna change my way. Thinking about love the way it should be. You gotta hope in your eyes and you will see about love the way it should be. You gotta make up your mind and you'll happened to the love that they are all talking about? There's nothing but useless words coming from out of their mouths, talking about love the way it should be.
Yes.
Give thanks. For even today, I'm gonna do the same song today. So just listen. I'm maybe not that young as the childhood days, but I'm still can do my thing. You know? Forever young.
But, yeah, Cedric, so that song, Prince Lincoln and the Royal Rosses, what can you tell us about that group, Prince Lincoln himself, and the label that you had? What was your involvement in that whole project?
Well, to be honest, it's a journey. It's coming from the Tartans. Originally, the group is from the Tartans. It was 4 of us. And so I and Prince Lincoln break away and we were working on an album called Humanity. And so, you know, this song was a very important song. Also, Kingston 11 was another important song on the journey. You know, and this song was released by a producer in the UK called, I think it's Kingdom Record. And, you know, we were introduced by this kid called Roy Cousins. Roy Cousins.
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, he was the first one introduced us to those people from Kingdom Record there in the UK.
Okay. So just got one last little snippet for the Cedric's portion before we move on to some of our other esteemed guests here.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, of course, the Congos.
Yeah.
Very unique vocal group. Let's take a little listen to track 3. See what you can tell us about this monumental track.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Great. Well, this song is a great experience, you know, because at the same time, I was living in a little seaport town for real. And there were really 3 kids sleeping on the floor for real. And there was another one to come make 4 in my wife's belly, you know? So that's a part of the journey there. It's all mystic, you know? So I'm still living the dream today. But it's a real dream. It's not a fade away like a smoke. It's a real reality dream. You know, for even when the song we're making, you know, Lee Perry was a part of the orchestration of the song too, you know? For he was the one that said, how many kids do you have? So I said 3. And another one to come make 4. So, you know, that's a part of the journey there. So, big up for the experience of the journey, you know, for it continues for another lifetime.
Yes. Thank you, Cedric. Now, Kidusai, you're another singer with a long history, someone else also with connections to Lee Scratch Perry and the Black Ark. Can you tell the good people here at ROTOTOM Sunsplash Reggae University a bit about where did you grow up? How did you first understand that you had singing talent? And when did you first make of that talent?
Greetings. Rastafari love, surround and fold and fill up I and I. A oneness, as one family of mankind. Now, music is a gift, universal gift. And I inherited it from about 3 years old. And it's been with I and I since then. And it's a via that we sought and seek to send positive messages to the world, enlightening, uplifting, untangling certain knots in your mindset or your headspace. So reggae, regal music is that via that Rastafarians utilize to send the message of peace and love to the world. I was singing officially from about 4 years old. I would get paid to sing. Because if I didn't want to sing and you asked me to sing, you'd have to bribe me, all right? And I take the bribe and then go in another room and I sing. And when I feel like singing, I would come out. But to put me on the spot, you had to bribe me. So I was being paid from 4 years old to sing. Choir at school, da-da-da. Music festivals that Jamaica would have. Governor Blackburn asked for encore when I did a certain song, Jesus, Word of God Incarnate. And after that was my involvement in producing and promoting live shows, etc., etc. I became a member of Sons and Negos in 71. And for a portion of years, I was a member with Ras Michael and the Sons and Negos. And then I started on my own. I recorded in 72 a Tough Gang, a song called Careful How You Jump. It's a frying pan, world, a hot world. I think I'm going to do that today. Yeah. So we've been involved right through, and then, as you know, this movie called Rockers came in, and I became involved with that, which was like another opening of many doors worldwide, because Rockers at the time was fresh and new, capturing the Jamaican reggae artists, legends, and some young, so many have gone, but it's there captured in that moment. Jacob Miller, my good friend, is gone. Gregory Isaacs is gone, right? And so many more. So after that, I just continued. And then I was whitelisted. Fucking hell, yeah. I became an outlaw, right, in Jamaica, right? And Uncle Sam wasn't too keen either. So I'm a deportee, and my career fell from 1972, January, until 17 years afterwards, which I was given the opportunity again to travel. But the music is, and I'm a part of the music that is. And in the yard as a family is. Right? So from the heart, we come to you, hopeful that it can be a positive sounding board, that I will throw it and you won't do like that and make it go. Nah. But you will actually receive it and continue. So the movement continues through your interaction to others when you hear hopeful and stimulating music, right? That is your purpose. To full joy, and I try and put it out that you can have it at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right?
Okay.
A full course, Rastafari.
Okay, now, Now, you mentioned recording a song, Careful How You Jump, in 72, and it's a song you returned to a few other times. So let's listen to a bit of track 7, see what you can tell us about this rendition of that track.
Yeah, frying pan world. It's a hot world. Hotter the hotter we come. It's all jumping around, all over the place. Said we're the world. Hotter the world we come. People jumping around, all over the place. Yeah, you gotta be careful in this world.
Be careful how you jump in, you jumping, yeah. Be careful how you jump in your frying pan of world. Hotter your world becomes, is the higher you jump. You soon jump out into the fire, fire hot. Careful how you jump. Remember Humpty Dumpty fell. He could not rise again, even though they tried. Perplexed and scared that you are, and that word not alright.
Yes.
Good time.
Can you say, what is that song actually trying to express? What's it all about, and who did you do it for?
I first recorded it with Family Man, Carly. Actually, Family played. Bonnie Wheeler played the bass in 72, and Sangy Davis the guitar at 56 Hope Road. Frying pan world. I saying, the world reminds I of a hot frying pan. You see, a frying pan, when it's extra hot, you put things in, oil jumps out all over the place. So as I said, way, the world, hotter the world becomes. So you see men and people jumping in and out all over the place. Careful how you jump. The hot world. So that was it. Concrete and slime, speaking to the shit stem in the sense that perplexed and scared you are in that world you live in. It's going by. Question why? Because you're blind, living all your lives in the prisons of their minds. Right?
Okay.
We see concrete and slime building all types of walls. The walls are doomed to fall, just like Babel did. Yeah, now you're building burglar bars to hide behind. No beast spoils your sleep at night to dream of buying and selling of rights. So it was a statement against the system per se, trying to awaken and say, hey, be aware, it's a hot world, right? Careful how you jump. And don't light no sparks outside. It might lead to your backyard fire.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Now, Back Enough family has a lot of involvement in music and a lot of different connections in music. Let's take a little listen to a bit of track 19 and see what Winston and Kush can tell us about this one.
Oh man, Tenget says Chewy said, can you keep a secret? Keep it in your mind. Can you keep a secret? Full searching they can find. Can you keep a secret? That you know it's good to know what's right in your mind. But if every truth as there was to be known and there be no peace on earth, I say, can you keep a secret? Keep it in your mind. Can you keep a secret? Who's searching they can find joy and love.
Yes. So, Winston and Kush, what can you tell us about this track? Do you have anything to do with the track?
No, that track is like it's my production.
Huh?
But we did it in the early years, you know. My brother was playing the drums. Actually, the hi-hat is not really a hi-hat that's playing. It's a mug. We put a mug upside down, and that was the hi-hat. You know, it was experimental recording. You know, but it's early years. Yeah.
So who's actually playing on it? So you're singing, and who else is there?
My brother is playing the drums, and there's a bass player called Peter Kush. He's playing bass, and I'm playing the guitars. Yeah, that's basically what you're hearing.
Okay.
That's what you're hearing. Yeah.
Now, Kush, most of us, many of us know us for your involvement in Uprising Roots.
Yeah.
And yeah, so maybe you could tell us about your involvement in music with drumming, singing, songwriting. How did it all come about?
Yeah, as you know, my father is here, so we grew up in a musical family from an early age, you know, as far as I can know myself. My father has been rehearsing with his band, Black Kush Band. I have two uncles that are drummers, Dave McAnuff and Anthony Wilson. On my mom's side, he plays the percussion, you know, so this helped me to advance to become a master drummer very easily. See? Uprising Roots now, I am one of the CEO of Uprising Roots, singer, songwriter, and also the drummer, you know. Uprising Roots is still there, but Kush McAnuff is coming forward now as a solo. So, you know, we're embracing this and bringing forward this energy. Strong with Inna the Yard as a core member too from the Genesis, you know? Yes, I.
Okay, thank you. Well, why don't we take a listen to a bit of track 20, remind ourselves what Uprising Roots sounded like when they were first emerging about 12, 13 years ago. See what you can tell us about this one.
Yeah, man, this one is for the people them who love staying a bed late. Wake up and live. Rise up this morning, early uprising, breathe fire, sky fire. Rise up this morning, early uprising, breathe fire, sky fire. Rise up this morning, early uprising, breathe fire, sky fire. Rise up this morning, early uprising, breathe fire, sky fire.
Yes. Yeah. What can you tell us about that track?
Well, Skyfire come from an energy that I was holding, you know. I'm a person who studied the rising of the sun. So every morning I will get up like from 4 a.m. because the darkest time is when the sun is going to shine. So I will normally get up from 4 a.m. and go to a mountain in Rockfort where the sun will rise over that and study the whole vibration, and it gives I a lot of enlightenment, you know. And this is how the song come forward through this observation of observing the light of all creation, you know. Yes, I.
I have a couple of questions. The first one is for Warm Bass, and I would like to know and to tell our people how you got involved in music and how you got involved in Inna the Yard.
Blessed love. Everyone all right? Look good? Yes. Yeah, well, I started in music from a really tender age, like probably about 7, 8 years old, you know. I also grew up in the church, so I was singing in the church from them time there, you know, where people would do 10 cent, put him up, 50 cent, take him down, 10 cents. So they will have me back and forth for the whole night until the building is done, you know. Yeah, so from the church, we end up in the hotels where we were doing like hotel band, bass playing and stuff like that. Then it evolved into touring Japan, all over the world. Then it evolved into touring with artists like Barrington Levy, Shaka Demos and Pliers, Everton Blender, settled with Beanie Man for many years. I was his musical director and his band leader and also his bass player. Yeah, so, and then from that it turned into managing artists, producing artists. So one day I was in the studio producing an artist and Winston came into the studio and he asked me if I would love to come on tour with him. That was in 2008. So I said yes. I mean, a lot of people always approach me, but sometimes they never turn up. But I never gonna turn down an opportunity. So I said, yeah, I wasn't doing anything really, so sure. A couple weeks after that, he said, we're ready. So I came to Europe, to France with him on one of the most amazing tour that I ever done, the Nostradamus tour, if you know that tour. And from there on, here I am. Yeah. So, you know, it's a journey. I am now, you know, I have producing, I have bass playing, I have musical director, and I have been an artist. Now I am also an artist with an album out called Reggae Man. One day again, Winston called me and said, come to a recording, in the yard recording. He wanted me to play his track. And I ended up playing his track and playing all the other tracks. Yeah, as Winston said, everybody got jealous and wanted me to play over their tracks. So yeah, it's a journey and it's a very spiritual one. It reached to a point in the yard where it's like a next level for me, you know. Playing music with all these major acts, Sean Paul and all these people, I've never felt this kind of spirituality, you know, playing with Inna the Yard. So yeah, it's a good vibe. I really love that. And I just want to take the time out right now to just plug in my new release. My new video is out today. It's called Liberation. And you can go out and check it out too, right? Bless it.
Okay, thank you. Now, Worm, since you mentioned Reggae Man, let's take a little listen to track 26. Hear what it sounds like.
Party boy boy, party boy boy, burn bass again now. I'm the reggae man. I'm the reggae man. I'm the reggae man. I'm the reggae man. Boy, boy. I heard they want me over in Japan to sing another reggae song. I heard they want me over in England, yeah, yeah. And Europe is calling too. Africa already.
Yes. Now we're about to open things up for question and answers so that you good people can put a few questions to our special guest. But first, I'm going to open it to the other co-presenters here to see what questions they have.
I have a question for Kush, but each and every one can do a contribution, and it's about the Naya Bingi drum, because everybody is in love with your music. The Yard is the music speaking very naturally without any useless things on it. But the rhythmical backbone is the Nyabingi drumming, and it's very important. It's adding something very spiritual and sacred to your music. So what is for you, you're a drummer, the Nyabingi drumming? Can you tell our people about the Nyabingi drumming?
Yes, it's a heartbeat, and, it connects us to the celestial within self. I've been playing bingi from a long time, going to SUNSPLASH, Nyabingi, and as a drummer, I had to go to all houses of Rastafari. But I learned certain formula from Kidosai on the bass, playing with him on a brethren called Kojo. No, Kojo is showing me that on the bass drum, you have parts on it that can vibrate your heart, can send wave frequency to your head, So it's really a serious thing. The first time I really went into the depths and the heights of Nyabingi, it was at SUNSPLASH. I was playing the funde because I've been playing drum from in school, like from 14. So I'm playing the 1-2, and I was not dropping with the bass drum. So yeah, the elder there called Congo Daniel, he told me that, no, some other elder was telling me to get up, but Congo Daniel told me to drop with the bass drum, drop my 1-2 with the drum. Boom, see? So I closed my eye and start dropping with it now, and it started to open the portal. And I almost died in the Bingi Center. I feel like blood was going to burst through my ears. And this is when, as a youth, I found out that Nyabingi is not a joke thing. See, so it really, is a sound to break down oppression and break down all negative force. And when I am on stage playing, I'm in the highest element. Because, I grew up listening to Cedric, my father, and to be sharing stage with them, it means the world to me, So it's flotation energy to the highest realm. See?
Thank you. Yes. So who would like to put the first question to our special guest here from Innidiard? This is your chance to put your questions to our special guests. And who would like to put the first question? And no need to be shy. This is your chance. People? Okay. Well, okay. Yes.
Yeah, thank you a lot. I'm a really big fan of you, but I'm wondering what is different from other big groups since you are Rastafaris. What does it mean for the group that you are all Rastafaris?
Yes.
As Kush said, right, Nyabingi drum is a captivating vibration that resonates with the heart. And anything coming from the heart is a serious vibration, which I, growing up in the Bingi house, as a youth from 61, so much years ago, have felt lifted when the unit, when the group is in a oneness, in harmony. You feel elevated, lifted off of the earth itself. You don't even feel the earth when you're dancing with the Nyabingi. So captivating your body and heart and spirituality. I together, my dear, is just utilizing that heart connection through the drums to express. And in a family affair like to the world as Rastafarians. Hence, we hope the connection is felt. And you said you're a fan, so I'm quite sure you have felt the spirit.
Thank you. I think we still have time for one last question. So who would like to? Oh, yeah, over here.
you very much for Cedric. What do you think about the evolution of reggae music today?
Well, the music change every day through the generation. You know, the young generation have a part to play. We, the foundation, we are the foundation. But don't rule out the young generation, for they also have a message. They are rebelling against the rebellious. They are rebelling against the system mainly of the treatment, what we have been through all these years. The colonial part of the program, you know. But anyway, the journey continues. You know, the journey continues. And day by day we learn, you know.
I'd say, even when in the early stages, there was two different vibrations of reggae music coming out. The music was good music, but who rode? Who were the jockeys riding that musical horse? There was some misleading still, and there was some being positive. And today, it's the same similar thing happening. I and I, who from then been going as close to 12 o'clock, and not misleading at 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Those who were doing that then, there are still some today who are doing the similar thing. But there's a quickening in the mindset of mankind today, because the colonial master which you talk, he has exposed himself. We now see the dirty linens. And through the media, everyone can pick up on what's happening. The pandemic, etc. The global culling of mankind. You hear two-footed man saying 6 billion people to be eradicated. And as a two-footed guy, right? And I chant out against those things. And some of the younger youths now are conscious, like I and I were from youth. So called, many are called, but few are chosen. And the chosen one know the vibration, the harmony in sync with our purpose as mankind. Stewardship, caretakership, caretakers of Mama Earth. So you become husbandman, husbandwoman, caretakers, not abusers. Breathe it. Just breathe. Any color, any class, any creed, any religion, but it's sufficient for every living being. One sun, one terra firma. Go into yourself and see. There's no division or separation. It's by a certain, like a pinhead point. 300 from 12 families who have rewritten history in his image, falsified religion, enslave us all, whether you're black, you're white, you're blue, you're whatever. We are all enslaved beings. And through the music, we get to cross the barriers and the boundaries. You don't want to hear me talk, no, but you might hear the music coming from across into your, it might stimulate you. Or you might say, you know, we need to, Rastafari.
Okay. Well, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back here at 6:45 with a Lone Arc showcase with our special guest, Willie Williams, Linval Thompson, and Roberto Sanchez. So don't, take a quick break, but please join us for that. And of course, on the main stage tonight at 8 p.m., Inna the Yard will be there. Please give one more round of applause for Kidusai, Cedric Maiton, Winston McAnuff, Kush McAnuff, and Warm Bass.